Practical Junk again. We just got done making a newer style dust bath, which I've been raising quail. You know, this is something to keep them entertained, happy, and keep them healthy. And it also makes a great spot for them to lay their eggs at. So, what have I done? Just made this dust bath right here, newer style. I did a 3.5-inch hole, cleaned up this bucket really good, cut the lid down. Well, now we got to fill it with my little combo. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there. People say use sand, ash, diatomaceous earth. So I use all three of them. Now what I do is I get sand, I get it for free. People are building pools. They always seem to buy extra. I see ads on like Facebook Marketplace. Go get it. Get 5 or 6 buckets. Go out there, fill them up. And then what I'll do is I'll bring it home. Got a little yard sale thrift wire sifter, which works great. I'll sift out a bucket of sand here and there when I need it. And then I have a fireplace. A lot of people don't have that option, but if you do got a fire pit, same thing with the ash. 2 buckets of ash last me almost a year. I haven't used this is second bucket and I'm almost through it. But I do the same thing with the ash. I get this sifter, set it on here, and I'll sift my ash out. So when I get ready to use it, it's nice and clean. Now I do use the diatomaceous earth. I picked this up at my local co-op. I'll catch it on sale. This giant bag right here, I've had this for over a year. I paid 22 bucks for it, and I still have 2/3 of the bag left. So 20 buck investment, keep my birds healthy, works great. So how do I mix mine? You know, when I first started, I noticed that when you put a lot of ash and a lot of diatomaceous earth, it was really, really dusty. So after kind of tweaking a little bit, I roughly put about 6 to 7 parts sand, 1 part ash, 1 part diatomaceous earth. It is dusty, but if too much of those two, make a lot of dust. So there's a kind of a trick I do when I'm making my dust baths. So come here, let's check this out. I want you to watch what I'm doing in my dust bath as I'm mixing it. First thing I do is I'll put 2 scoops of sand in here. This covers the bottom up well. You know what? I'll throw another 1/2 scoop in there. Now, then what I'll do, I'll get a scoop of ash. Now, when I'm putting my ash in here, I'll kind of feather it out. That way it covers the sand. And you're like, why don't we just dump it in there? I'm gonna explain this to you, why not? So a layer of sand. Then of ash. Then I'm gonna put a layer of sand in here. Again, put 2 more scoops. You know what, I might put some extra sand in here since it's a new one. I'll put 7 in this one. Now, I'm gonna get a scoop of my diatomaceous earth. Now, this dye, I need a little bit more. Ooh, kids playing in the background. But what I'll do here is, if you just dump the ash and diatomaceous earth in here, believe it or not, it clumps up when you're trying to mix it. So I'll feather that out, then cover it with some more sand. I'm gonna put a lot more in here. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. This is a new feeder, and I'm so used to refilling the old ones, and they always have a little bit of sand in there. And already pre-mixed. I'm gonna put just a tad bit more in this one so we can fill it up. Now, it's not an exact science. It doesn't have to be perfect. But again, this is just kind of roughly how I make mine. It seems to work really well. And again, have very healthy birds. They're on the ground, they're in quail tractors, and they are doing really well. A little bit more. Now, if you look in here, I want a little step up. Look here. I want a little bit of a step up. I don't want it too full, but I don't want it so low that they're gonna have trouble getting out. So, what I'll do, step back a little bit. I want you to look in here. You see how this is clumping right here? Just as I leaned it back. So I'm gonna put a little angle on my bucket, smooth that out, and I'm gonna start mixing. And you see how you see little clumps in there? Imagine how bad that would be if you just dumped it in here. I know how bad it's gonna be, but look here, the clump's already almost gone. You just keep mixing this up. Try to keep the wind going downwind from you so you're not breathing in the diatomaceous earth. But look at that. Everything mixes pretty smooth. It got a nice light gray color to it. And this seems to work really well for me. All right. So this is how I do my dust baths. This works great for me. There's a lot of different ways out there you can do it. You don't have to use a diatomaceous earth. You don't have to use a sand. I mean, the ash. But make them a dust bath. You know, guys, I've seen moss and all kind of different ways to do it. But this bucket right here, if you're making a dust bath, will keep them from kicking so much out of it. I see people using boxes, which is great, they're open. But when they get in there and kick it around, all of it, you know, it disappears. So this right here I found to be a very efficient way, and I really hope this helps one of you guys out. This has been, I'm gonna go give my birds their bath, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.